Hey, what's up, guys? Today I got a special treat for you. I got my man Isaac with me. He takes buying back the block literally and very serious. He actually owns this property and the property next door, and they're doing about $120,000 a year, and we're gonna show you how. Hey, this one is a very special episode. I got my man Isaac with me, right? And Isaac is 28 years old. Never had a job his adult life since graduating from college. Been an entrepreneur since a youth, literally just getting out there and making it happen. The guy is from Yanceyville, North Carolina. I don't even know what that is, but Yanceyville, North Carolina. And Yanceyville, if you are in high school and you want some Jordans, you have to go find the guy who has them in his trunk to get them, or you gotta go to another state, because ain't nothing going on in Yanceyville. Y'all got one stoplight, right?
That's right.
One stoplight, and very small town. You go to high school in Yanceyville, right?
Uh-huh.
If you had to guess, how many people were in your high school from 9th to 12th? Or everybody, like?
If I had to guess, I would say less than 500, maybe 700 on the high end.
All right, so 500 to 700 kids. Which, where I'm from, my freshman class in high school. So my high school, because we had like a big campus, it was 3,000 kids, all right? That was just over 3,000. This is my freshman class. That's not that freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. So we're talking about, I'm from a city, from Jersey, you know, shout out to Elizabeth, shout out to East Orange, you know, I'm from the city, I'm a city boy, but my man is from Yanceyville, right? Now, when y'all grew up, did y'all have sneakers in Yanceyville?
Yeah, but you know, the game was a little bit different, you know. We ain't had no Jordans and stuff. We had them, but I ain't wearing them. You know, just something fresh, you know, maybe some nice polo and maybe some cowboy boots, you know.
Some cowboy boots. Okay, shout out to my man Maxwell. You grow up in Yanceyville, you graduate high school. What happens next?
First, my dad passed away when I
Oh,
was
sorry to
in
hear
high
that.
school.
Okay.
So that was my big eye opener to the world, to taking life serious. So that right there was a big enough reason to get started for doing something. But after that happened, unfortunately, I wasn't accepted to college my freshman year because of housing. The same thing we talking about today. Because of housing, I was unable to get accepted into the following semester. So then I went to UNC Charlotte the following semester. During that first semester, I stayed at home and worked at Hardy and stacked up my money, and then went off to school. And then went off to school for 4 years for exercise science.
Okay, where did you go to school at?
I went to school at UNC Charlotte.
All right, so being from Yanceyville, getting to Charlotte, was that like an eye-opener being in the city? Was it hard to transition, or you went in smoothly?
It was hard because the biggest thing for me, I didn't want to leave my mom at the house by herself. So it was definitely a big risk in that per se, because I didn't want to never use nothing as an excuse not to be great. So I didn't want to let that hold me back. So that was the hardest thing for me, to leave my mom at the house to try and better myself. But it was also a juggling act, trying to balance life, a college kid, and you know, being a man and learning. So that was the biggest learning curve.
Now, what's your major?
Exercise science.
Exercise science, so you smart. Okay, so, all right, you did some exercise science out there. You graduated from college.
Uh-huh.
Why not just say, all right, all my classmates, they're applying for these companies. What made you say, yo, I'm gonna do my own thing?
For me, college, I tell people I never regret college because it taught me who I was. I knew 50% of who I was when I went, but college taught me 100%. And what I learned through college was that I was not designed to be controlled. And so I had to create something that I can create my own time and use my own time. And so being from a small town, I didn't really understand that what entrepreneur could give me, because for me it was all about lifestyle. I never associated the lifestyle with entrepreneurship. You know, I wanted freedom to go out and do what I wanted to do whenever I wanted, but I never equated entrepreneurship to that. So being in college and needed something flexible, I started doing landscape. And so they gave me the flexibility to still be a college student and make some money on the side. So then when I graduated, I decided to stick with it. It was never an opportunity where I thought it was not gonna work, because it was just something I was trying. It wasn't something I could always gonna see myself doing. I just wanted to try it out to see how well it would work. Well, I tried it out. Everybody been to college, they know, you know, you can work set amount of hours and then go to school maybe an hour a day. And so when I started working, doing landscape, I noticed that I was making a decent little piece of money doing stuff that I grew up doing. You know, we grew up doing this stuff, working outside and stuff, so it was nothing new. But it wasn't until I learned the business mindset that it started to take off for me. A lot of people can get out here and hustle, but you got to learn and educate yourself on the business side to learn how to really make it grow. And that's what I had to educate myself on to make things happen.
What was your relationship with money? Did you go out and blow, like, oh, I got money now? Did you go out and finally get those Jordans you didn't have in high school? Or did you like save your money and just did yeah, hey, listen, I'm from Yanceyville. I'm not trying to be nobody else, accept me as I am. Like, how was that when you was getting the money?
Man, you bringing back some memories. So one of the biggest things I used to tell myself was, and see, anybody in the service industry know that when you control your own income, you can set however much you want to make. So if you want to make 2 pennies a day, you want to make $2 a day or 2 million a day, it's all upon you. And so being in the service industry, we made good money in a day, but because of my why and for what I was doing, I was able to save my money and save it for a rainy day and invest it. So for me, what I used to tell myself was, I'm gonna go do this job and one day this money gonna be mine. And so what I would do, I would get a job, invest it back into the business. At that time, it was the landscape business. I would invest it back, growing the business. I wouldn't just go out here buying stuff, I would buy stuff as I needed it. I would use the business to fund itself. So anytime I had profits, I really didn't pay myself a lot. Keep in mind, I'm in college, so I don't really need a lot of income. So when I was in college, I put a lot of that income to the side strictly for the business to grow it. And as time went on, I grew the business, and then I watched the business and eliminated all the business debt. So now everything that comes from the business is straight profit and invested into real estate or any other vehicle that I choose, so that I find interest or high return on investment. So that's how I got my start, as far as the start on everything. And one thing that I learned is, even once you start making passive, still keep the active.
Absolutely.
When you get both of them together, that's when you get wealth. And that's what we're creating here today, and been creating, and you're gonna stop creating, because that's what it's about. You know, you always gotta have big enough why for what you're doing. As long as you got a why and a plan, a written plan, the rest of it will find itself.
All right, so cool, right? And that's one of the things I wanted to highlight. He was good with money. And that's one thing about me. When even in my younger day, I was a saver out the crew. Me and a few other guys, we knew how to save money. Yeah, we blew money on stupid stuff where he didn't, but he had the right mindset at an early age. The earlier you start this, always remember it gets greater later. All right, so buying this house, how were you able, did you bought this house? Did you use cash, you use financing, and what did you get?
So I did conventional financing.
Conventional financing. So you have a 30-year loan on not only this property, but the property next door as well?
Correct.
Okay. Guys, with 30-year loan, the money is cheap. So basically, you went through a realtor to get these houses, correct?
Correct.
You went through a realtor, and the model he's doing is the communal model, which is renting out the bedrooms. So this house does a little under 60, that one does about 61, but this is what I like about him. He obviously he pays his taxes, he keeps his credit great. He's doing he's bought the houses the traditional way, seen the opportunity and capitalizing and making 6 figures off of 2 houses, and he's only 28 today. And he has other businesses that we're not going to get into, but as you see, he does have the landscaping business, LNG Landscaping. If you need some landscaping, he does have the landscaping business, but please just keep in mind what this young guy is doing. Granted, I bought my first house at 24. Me and my partner, we lost money, $7,000 apiece, but I didn't start making 6 figures until I was 30, and I got fired from my job at 29. Isaac, taking us in this house, right? What should we expect out of this? How many bedrooms is this house? When you bought it, how many bedrooms was it? How many bedrooms now?
So when I bought it, it was 4 bedrooms and 1.5 baths.
4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths. Okay, and what is it now?
So right now it's a 5 bedroom, 3 baths, 3 full baths.
Wow. So how much you think you spent in renovations?
So because this was my first property, I spent probably about $35,000.
I'm ready for the tour, man.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. See what we got here. I told you guys about the keypad. These make life so much easier with the keypad. I got them on my Airbnb. You have to get the keypad. So Isaac, this is the common area. You have the TV on the wall. Original hardwood floors, which are beautiful. House well maintained. Do you have a cleaner come clean this area?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks they come clean this area and everything out. That's your Wi-Fi information. What did you do in here when you bought the house?
So this area right here really didn't touch too much. Really just pure decorations right here in the living room area. Most of the work took place with the bathrooms and in the living room area. That was most of the construction work. But like I said, really most of this was just decorating, cleaning up, paint, basically cosmetic stuff.
Just cosmetic stuff here, okay. Did you change the light fixtures or this?
No, I didn't change it.
Oh, wow, okay, cool. All right, so let's go to the kitchen. Now, is there an alarm system on this property or no alarm system?
Yes.
Oh, there is. And everybody who rents it gets their own code, they get the same code?
So when they come in, they can create their own code. I allow them to create any code that they want, and then we keep access to that code. So when someone comes in, we keep that code. When someone goes out, we delete that code. There is a master code, so if we need to get into the home, we have our own master code.
Now, are you using a Ring doorbell system, or what kind of alarm system are you using? CPI. Okay, cool. Shout out to CPI. Now we're in the kitchen. What kind of countertop is this? This granite, right?
These actually came with the house, man.
Came with the house. So he got granite countertops in here, black appliances. That came with the house?
No, I bought all new appliances.
Okay, so he bought all new appliances, black appliances.
So one thing that I did do, this ceiling was popcorn ceiling. And so anybody that knows construction with popcorn ceiling, when there's moisture around, it tends to peel. So what we had to do, which is a lot of work, was scrape the popcorn ceiling off and go with a flat finish. So that was the majority of the work in here. And that took a good amount of time to get that completed.
Okay, so basically, I seen somebody do that. That's a lot of work, scraping them ceilings. So, all right, and I see you have the back area. If you just come over here, what I see out there, you can get multiple parking spaces. Look like 5 people can easily park back there.
All day long.
Did it come like that, or did you have to?
Made that.
You made that.
Yeah.
You made that. Yeah. Yeah, it looked like.
So we made that. So we had some trees back there. We took and cleared them off, cleared the trees off, and then put the gravel pad back there for extra parking. We don't like for them to park on the street just to keep a peaceful atmosphere in the neighborhood. It's not a deal breaker, but for this property, we do have the accessibility to parking.
Is that a bedroom down there? That's 1 or 2 bedrooms.
So it's 2 bedrooms down there.
Okay, so that's 2 bedrooms down there, guys. Here's your bathroom. How many people have to share this bathroom?
2 people. So we always keep a 2-to-1 ratio.
A 2-to-1 ratio. So 2 people share this bathroom. Bathroom looks pretty clean.
So far as renovation, what we did up here, this was one complete bathroom, almost like a tunnel. This was 3 bedrooms up here originally and 1 bathroom up here. So what we did was we took the 1 bathroom and split it in half. So now we have this bathroom, and we're on the opposite side, we have another bathroom that's a private bathroom. That room rents for about $250. This bathroom right here rents for $215 on both of these rooms right here. This one was the majority of the work too. A lot of work went in right here. From demo, to framing, plumbing, all that good stuff. So it was a lot of work done up here.
Yeah, man. And I see you got the rules.
Yep.
Items like to flush. All right, so Isaac. All right, so we looked at the common places in this property. You showed us what you renovated. I know downstairs you said that was 2 bedrooms. All right, so how much you getting for those 2 bedrooms?
So actually, one of my tenants is with me from day one, which is 2020, and her room is $185. I don't change the price as long as they stay. The other room, someone just moved in, so that room is going for $225. Also, the laundry is down there, which they're free to use at any time.
The whole house?
Yep.
Okay, so all right, guys, we have $185. Okay, we have $225
Correct.
per week. All right. How many bedrooms you have up there?
So it's a total of 3 bedrooms up there. Them 2 is going. The 2 shared ones are going $215. The master, again, she's been with me since day one, so her room is $250.
Okay, so you got 2 for $215. All right, let's do it on the screen.
So $215, $215, $250, $225, $185.
Okay, now once you add all that up, right? Add all those numbers up, times 52, we're a little bit under $60K per year just out of one house. It's at a one house. And we'll put the exact number on the screen. And just repeat that one more time.
250 for the private.
250.
215 for the 2 shared.
215 for the 2 shared.
185.
185.
225.
The 225, man. Just out of the weekly bedroom. Okay. So what we about to do now? We about to show you house number 2, which is literally right next door. All right. So I'm back with my man Isaac. We're literally next door. Literally, the property next door. That he's also renting out the bedroom. Isaac is the type of 28-year-old guy, instead of sitting around complaining, he goes out and solves problems. So this solves the affordable housing crisis that we have in every major city across the country. So, Isaac, how many bedrooms and bath is this one?
5 bedroom, 3 bath, 4 bath.
All right, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. And with this, I see this, that you have the parkings up front on this one. You have the gravel parking lot. You can easily get 5, 6 cars in here, and everybody can get in and out easily. Mm-hmm. Because you're doing 1 person per room and 1 car per room. Is that how it?
So not everyone drives, but
okay.
I do want to make accommodations, and I do want to make it as homey feel as possible. So not even though everyone drives, I try and keep it to where they have guests that they guests can park too.
So you do allow you allow guests.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. With this one, you have a carport, storage. The roof is freshly done. You picked this one up through a realtor, traditional financing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was actually under contract with another property on Ottawa or East Charlotte, and I was driving over here to check on my first one that we just seen, and I seen the sign in the front yard for this one, and I contacted my realtor immediately, 9 o'clock at night, and said, hey, I want to shoot at this. You know, I think it'll be a great opportunity for me. And so we shot, and luckily we hit. You know, you don't necessarily hit unless you shoot. And so we shot and we hit.
Yeah. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's a Michael Jordan quote. So he shot his shot, he got it. 2 houses right next door to each other on 30-year financing. He's doing 6 figures off of just 2 houses, just 2. Do you know how long it takes you to get to 6 figures as a single family rental, buying 1 house at a time? It takes you a while. You know, he's doing it on 2 houses, 30-year financing, so the money is really cheap, okay? And what I mean by 30-year financing, the financing is spread out for 30 years. And he bought these in 2020. Yeah, he paid retail for them. However, the market worked on his favor, so he's gaining equity. So the people there are paying down equity. However, he's gaining equity just by the market going up and the shortage of houses and things of that nature. But let's go inside of this one. Right, okay, so Isaac, you have motion sensor lights throughout the whole house. Mm-hmm. How were you able to do that? Did you have to buy the pad?
Yeah, so the sensor is actually in the switch. So I like it because it eliminates the thinking. So all you have to do is simply walk and the lights come on. So anywhere there's a hallway, we put a motion sensor in the switch so that you don't have to flick on and off the lights.
Okay, that's very smart. So let's check out this bathroom. So this is a full bath. You remodeled this or?
Can't just like it.
Can't just like it, full bath. Okay.
The only thing we did was slap some paint on the wall. That's it.
Slap paint on the wall and that's it. You heard him, man. And
put the floors down too. Put these floors down.
Yeah, these floors are beautiful. Yeah. All right. This is your shared kitchen space. All right, so cabinets freshly painted, I see, and you have a stainless steel appliance set. Did that come with it?
So the only thing was the microwave, so we added this because we always like to keep simplicity and eliminate just the hood, so we keep it all in one with the microwave. But other than that, everything else came in here. We just simply did the floors.
Nice granite countertop. This is actually good living. This is nice.
So this justified the cost of paying $300 because remember on the flip side we paid $180.
Pay $180 for that one.
Right.
Okay.
So because this one is such great shape, it justified paying $300 because we didn't have to do a lot of work.
Okay. All right. So you got this for $300,000 on this one. So let's go to the dining room. All right. So this you have the dining room area. I'm gonna guess all you did was decorate.
Yep.
That's all you had to do was decorate here. This flooring is beautiful.
Yep. This flooring actually came in here, right here. So the kitchen flooring came up in here.
Yeah.
But in here, we just simply decorated and painted for the most part. We put this fixture up, but that was the bulk of it, really. Like I said, it wasn't too much work for this one.
This is my favorite part of the house, the living room, right? The living room, because it's so simple, but it's so beautiful at the same time, right? He has the nice gray paint. Is that repose gray or agreeable gray?
Agreeable.
Agreeable gray. It's easy on the eyes. It's settling, calms you down. Got the recessed lights. Did you do that or they came like that?
So my favorite part about these is that they can actually.
Wow. Wow, so they can dim. He got the joints that can dim. You got your TV right here. This is your common area. So if I want to just stretch out and watch the NBA finals, I could just sit right here and, enjoy it. But there's also TVs in the room.
Yep.
Okay. And you provide the TVs in the room.
Yep, so I provide everything. All you have to do is literally bring your behind and your clothes.
That's it. Just bring your behind and your clothes. You know what I mean? And pause. But yes, you bring those two things. But that's all you have to do. This hardwood floor is beautiful. He keeps it clean. But how often the cleaning lady come to you?
So they come every 2 weeks. So the first and the third week. I'm not really particular on which day that they come, as long as they come during that week. So normally Tuesdays, but if something comes up, she comes Wednesday, Thursday. These floors, we got these refinished. So we refinished and restained these floors up in here to make them look a little bit more presentable. When you say you would want to stay here?
I would want to stay here, absolutely.
And so that's the type of integrity that we strive for. So we pay for the experience. When people come in and they say, wow, we like this, they love it, we know we did a good job. And that's what we shoot for.
Yeah, no, you did a great job. You absolutely did a great job. You, Jay Parker, a lot of you guys are changing the narrative of this. Because before, back in the day, when we think, rent the room is raggedy, it's unkept. Nah. And, at one point, there was a stereotype, especially coming up in the 90s, that African Americans are unclean and dirty. Bro, do you see this, bro? This is immaculate, bro. This is better than a lot of people's house, regardless of color. And this is a shared living space, okay? Just beautiful. All right, so there's a bathroom up here, right? Shared, okay.
Yep.
So in here, did you remodel this or just came like this?
Yep, so we had to remodel it. So again, with the other property, because we had already had a layout in our head, it made it so much more convenient and simplicity to duplicate it. The beautiful thing about this model is it's so easy to duplicate. A lot of times in any other business, it's a little bit hard to duplicate, but with this, same layout, so same thing. We have one complete bathroom. We took and split that bathroom in half. We have a private bath on this side and a shared bath on this side. It just makes it so much more simplicity. So because we already had simplicity, we knew what we was gonna do. We was able to cut the renovation costs dramatically on this one. So on this one, we spent less than $20,000 in renovations. That's with furniture, TVs, and everything. So learning curve and similar model.
Definitely like this. The same exact blueprint. So guys, this is what builders do, right? If you notice a builder who builds multiple houses on the same street or even around the city, they will use the same model, get that house adjusted to fit the new lot. They may change colors on the outside of the property at most, but they use the same exact floor plan over and over and over because they have everything dialed in and know how much it's going to cost and saves them time and money. Simplicity. All right. Why did Steve Jobs change the world with the iPod? He didn't create MP3. He brought simplicity to it. That's all he did. Simplicity to it. So I like this model, man. How many bedrooms were down there? Two bedrooms. Mm-hmm. How much you get per bedroom per week for those?
$225.
All right, so you got $225. You got $225. All right. How many bedrooms up there?
3.
How much you get per bedroom up there?
$225.
So you got $225, $225, $225, $225, and $225.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he gets that per week. So we're gonna times that times 7, and then we take that number and we're gonna multiply that by 52 weeks, and that's what this man is doing. I'm gross. If I had to guess, it's around 61 out of one house, just one property. Average income, average family income in America, I want to say it's like, what? It's like 50 something.
Yeah, about 50.
It's about 50 something.
Household. Yeah.
Household income. That's the average household, about 50 something. He does that out of one property, and all he did was go get a realtor, put an offer in, convert this into a shared living space, and just like that, and he has extremely cheap money on it. So, and this guy is only 28 today. So he's the type of guy, reminds me of myself. I bought my first house at 24. I was working in a call center. There's the people who remember that back in the day. I bought a rental property in 08, a rental property in 09. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did it because I had to take action. This business had to work for me because there was a job was just not in my plans. This September will be 10 years since I got fired from my last job. And yeah, but things like this is what, can change your life. Just taking action, man, and you were just a self-motivated guy. So you're like different from like the rest of the world, and including myself. And sometimes I might come off too direct for some people, because some people, they have the analysis paralysis. They just can't get up and go. They need the motivation, where you don't need no motivation. You just going straight up, like you're going to get to it. You know what you got to do. Because the way I put it is, I explained this at my meetup I had this past week. When I was working a job, nobody had to say, hey, Nasser, you got to go to work. You got to wake up at this time. You got to be here. No. I got up and did it because that's what I had to do. So when I was working for myself, or when I was doing this business on the side and not making any money from it, just how nobody had to tell me to go to work because I was an adult, I knew the consequences. If I don't show up to work, I get fired. That's the consequences. So what I did was I made sure I put that energy and that mindset into working on my own stuff, and it paid off, okay? And it's obviously paying off for you at this particular point. So right now, how many of these communals you have? 6, okay, wow. All right, and with these 6, you have 6 of these. Now, for the people who want to get in touch with you, want to talk to you, how do they find you on social media?
Just search the name. It's only one Isaac. It's last name long. It's ISSAC, last name long. I look at this way of doing God's work. Just for myself, at this point in my life, it's really not about the money. It's about finding people that's motivated and want to do better and strive for better and actually committed and not interested. So if you committed, definitely reach out to me. We can do Zoom call, we can do meetup, however you want to do it, however you best receive information, because everybody has their own learning style. So let's learn together, let's grow, let's do God's work in the best way for them.
All right, so Isaac Long, pause. So my man, I'm gonna put his Facebook on that joint. You on Instagram?
Just Facebook, and they can reach out to me.
Okay, on Facebook. You ain't gonna get to sell here. Nah, we're gonna do that. A lot of people watch these videos. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put his Facebook on there. So if y'all want to holler at him, come at the man with respect. He's willing to help you. He's willing to help you come up and do this model. Again, he's only 28. I didn't make my first 6 figures till I was 30, and I got fired from my gig. You know what I'm saying? So I got fired at 29. I started making real money as I got fired. So I made my first 6 figures. He's doing it in his 20s. He's, doing it. And again, if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. I'm gonna put my next Buy Back the Block video right next to it. So make sure that you click and watch the other one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.